welcome to our ninja competition. This is the Skyhook doubleheader, first day. Oliver Mansfield is up first, starting us out right here onto the Monkey Mayhem. Very excited to see this competition today. We've been working hard on it, got an extra day of setup just for it. Able to get out of here around 2 a.m. last night. Oliver doing pretty good right now, going straight on to the zip talk and down. Very nice. Around that pillar now. Awesome. Coming right over to lever problem. Now those levers right there, they do actually tilt. So if you put too much weight on them, which he almost did, they will tilt to the side and it might throw you off. But Oliver having no problems going all the way through right now. Coming through the spinning bars on to split decision. Now, this is a really interesting one. You have two decisions you can make. You can either go through the cliffhanger on the outside, or there's a slower option through the middle. Unfortunately, he's not able to hang on to that cliffhanger. Really nice, but he does get a second try, so he can go through the other part of the split decision. Really cool obstacle that Gavin created here.
This is a challenge course format, so if you miss an obstacle, you get one retry on it. And you can do that on two different obstacles.
Precisely. So Oliver just used his first retry there, coming through the split decision right now. And as Remy just said, if he fails a different obstacle, he will be able to retry that one more time. Onto the drawbridge now, pulling it up very nicely. Now, this is probably a little bit heavy for him, but as you can see, our pulleys are making it quite easy for him. He's just about got it. One more pull. There he goes. All right, he's got it. He's got to swing now through. Just like that. Very nicely done from Oliver.
Just gotta get over for that dismount.
And has to make sure he doesn't let go of that rope. Oh, okay, he was able to make it. If you let go of that rope, the drawbridge will start to fall. But he was able to make it through pretty easily on to the cliffs of Yore now. And makes it to the other cliffhanger. Now this cliffhanger does rotate just a little bit. No problem for him.
Dismount.
Awesome job. Now, finally, on to the next one.
The Ringmaster.
Yeah, Ringmaster. Now, this is going to be a really interesting obstacle later in the day. We're going to see those rings that are on the sides right now that you can just barely see. The contestants are going to need to put them on the actual red thing. Not quite sure what it's called.
Special delivery.
The special delivery, yes. Ooh,
So
just barely makes it.
Does have that retry left.
Exactly. As Remy just mentioned, he does get to use his second retry here, so the course is just going to be reset real quick. And as soon as he is ready, he is good to go. Still 2 minutes and 40 left on the clock. Gavin was very generous with our time limit for our younger divisions. We have a whole 5 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't think we're going to see too many ninjas hit that time limit. However, the second half of this course is quite the burner. Ooh, just barely misses it. That is the end of Oliver's run right there, but he will still get to keep going on the course. He just won't be able to earn any more points because we are so happy with this course. We want all of our contestants to be able to try it.
On to the TFT.
Yes, now
does make that one.
This obstacle was super interesting in testing. Later in the day, it's going to get really hard. Onto the Neo. If you've ever played Minecraft, you know how that goes. And finally, or not finally, but
second.
Shockwave now. Ooh, this obstacle is really, really interesting. I believe for his age group, he doesn't need to go to the falling bar part of it.
It'll be the dismount.
Yeah, it'll just be the dismount for him. So he does get the easier version of this obstacle. However, this Lachey is still pretty big for a kid of his size. Let's see if he can make it.
Oh, looks like he has plenty.
Yeah, very easy Lachey, and then he can just go straight
there.
down.
Now the final obstacle.
The long shot. Now, this is probably my favorite obstacle. You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah. Very long, and keep in mind you've just been running a course for, close to 4 or 5 minutes, so very tiring. While it might look easy, when your arms are so tired, getting all the way across is still pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Because they have to go all the way through it.
And there
Very nice run coming down from Oliver right there. Let's transition real quick over to our run order. As you can see, Oliver Mansfield is the first one, followed by Maya Raymond. I believe this course is pretty easy to reset, so I think we're about to go right back over in just a second. But only 6 people in this first group, but it will be followed immediately after by our next one.
Yeah, we just have a couple course changes to make in between the tiers, but that shouldn't take too long. But
exactly.
So, looks like Maya's from Northwest Ninja Park out in Springfield, Oregon.
We love our sister gym down in Springfield. If you're ever down there, definitely go and give it a visit.
And Coach Sloan with her for her run. Playing a nice, cautious approach. Always good to play it safe.
Yep, Maya coming right through the monkey mayhem. I believe this is Maya's first competition. Not entirely sure on that, but if it is truly her first competition, we are super excited that she is choosing to have her first competition here, and we are absolutely thrilled to see how she comes through this course. On to the zip talk right now, making short work of it all the way over to lever problem.
I'm going to see Coach Sloan advising her to use that wall to help with the balance.
Almost everything is on for lever problem.
Yeah, I believe you can use hands and feet on any of the things there.
Yep.
So in case you were to fall on a beam, using your hands to save yourself would be okay.
Exactly. And we're seeing here Maya pushing onto that lever to make sure it's not going to come back the other way. I was joking with Gavin last night as we were setting it up that probably one of the elite tiers is probably going to fall on that simply because they're going to try to go too fast, pull on the lever, and it's just going to tilt. But for our younger kids, they seem to get it down. They know what they're doing. On to our spinning bar traverse. Pretty simple over here, just making her way through it.
Got to do a bit of a pull on that hold to get to that dismount.
Exactly. And as Remy mentioned earlier, the slow and steady approach is really, really good here. Just got to make sure you can get everything. Because remember, in a competition like this, time is secondary to points. You always want to go for as many points as possible. Time being second. You know, you can kind of see through the window here just a little bit. Going over the split decision. I do wonder who will be the first to complete the cliffhanger portion of this obstacle.
I think we have a decent chance with this age group, especially a lot of the smaller kids who have very good grip.
Definitely.
And I know a lot of them were at least considering on going for it, at least with their first try. Because
exactly.
it is quite a bit faster if you can do it. It's just harder.
Exactly. As we saw with Oliver, he tried to go it, used his one retry in that, and he was like, nope, not for me, and went over the split decision, which was the correct thing to do. Very smart from him.
Maya's onto the drawbridge now. Gonna be a lot of pulling that rope down.
Yep. So River was very, very stingent on the pulleys used for that. He tried very hard last night to make sure the pulleys were a little hard, but not too hard. And I think he's gotten the ratio for it just about perfect, as you see from Maya coming through here.
She did let go of the rope, so
yes.
it might tip on. It looks like Gavin's. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
and
she makes it. Very
nice.
nicely done. So that was a concern we were having last night about a bunch of our contestants forgetting to hold the rope, but it looks like Maya was able to get through it with no issue. For our later contestants who are going to have a further
dismount, it will come into play more.
Definitely. Onto the Cliffs of Yore now. Don't really know how this is going to go. I think she definitely can get it.
Yeah. These are going to be a bit bigger moves than some of the ones she's done earlier in the course.
Exactly.
But she has that good reach.
Making short work of that very first transition. Over onto the flying squirrel portion, I believe.
Yep. She'll probably go for the side cliffhanger next instead of going straight, which is...
I'd say you're probably correct. Taking a little bit of time to hang here. The clock is starting to run. Oh, maybe she is just going straight for the Lachey.
Challenge. All right. Look at that. Big move. Got to full send it. Got Sloan to help spot 2.
Very nice try. She does get a retry on that. Might revise her strategy there. Using only one of the 2 handles of the flying squirrel is interesting. We might see her on the second one try to use both handles to make that Lachey, or transition over to that second handle just to go to the cliffhanger. Not really sure what's going to happen here, but I'm very interested to see.
That lache that she did go for is difficult because that last set of cliffhangers does tip. So it's already hard to hold on to cliffhangers. When it moves against you, it does make it harder.
100%. All right. Back to where she was before. Going to get that other hand onto the flying squirrel. Might go for the other one. Coach Sloan coaching her. There we go. All right. She's made it to the second of the flying squirrel. I believe she's going for the other cliffhanger.
Looks like you might need fix that swing a little bit.
Exactly. Using good hip rotation to get that swing going forward.
Good.
Oh, super close save
Almost
from Maya.
saved it.
Very, very nice display of that grip string. You saw her slip off with one hand, but was really fighting with that second hand. Very, very cool to see that fight in one of our younger ninjas. Time is stopped now, so she will get to go through a decent bit of the course now.
I believe she had about a minute left, so she'll get to try out a couple of the obstacles.
Might just see her get cut short on the long shot, but that's totally fine. She's just here to have fun. And a very nice starting run from Maya.
Getting a lot of big pull on that to skip the cannonballs, which is admittedly a pretty smart strategy. Save that grip.
And that ring up there, it does actually tip. It is on a zip line. I'm hoping that some of our younger ninjas don't accidentally tip, but it is something I am slightly worried about. You can hear the timer going up just a little bit in the background.
Let's see.
And I believe that is the end of the time. Very nice run coming out from Maya. If that was indeed her first competition, that is very, very impressive. To come out here swinging, getting half the course, making it look super easy. And yeah, very, very excited. Up next is Milo Wagner from Life Force. You know, our gyms up in Life Force. Super, super cool. Again, if you're up there, you should check them out.
They're in the Bellingham area. Great gym.
Definitely. And Milo, I believe, is looking for that full clear today. So far, we haven't seen anyone get past the TFT, Neo, or Shockwave yet. I believe he is looking to be the first.
I mean, we haven't seen him get past the TFT, at least in there with the run still going.
Definitely. Yep, going super quickly across the zip talk, right onto lever problem, making it look super, super easy.
Slow down a little bit on the balance, so it's a smart move. Don't want to rush too fast on these sort of things.
Yeah, and especially as I was talking about earlier on lever problem, if you're going too fast, there is a chance you might accidentally pull on the lever a way it's not meant to be pulled on, and it will tip on you. So far, we haven't seen that, and I'm very glad we haven't. Coming right now on to the spinning bar traverse, seeing how we can get across that pretty quickly. Very nicely done. Only's used about 40 seconds of his time so far, and he's coming right into the fifth obstacle of split decision, making great time. Not even opting for the cliffhanger here.
That is fair. If you know your limits, if you've tried vertical limits and you know you're not super confident on them, especially hopping, it can be smart if you know yourself best. Might be smarter to just go for the one you know you can do first.
100%. And these younger ninjas, it is always super cool being able to see them know their limits, know what they're good at, know what they might need to work on a little bit more, and putting that to work on the course.
Exactly.
Coming right here to the drawbridge. Coach Gavin having to grab it real quick. That happens sometimes. Getting that big pull right now.
Almost there, just a little bit more.
Yep. So far, it seems every kiddo has had about the same amount of issue pulling up that drawbridge, which is really nice. Means that we've made it pretty correctly.
Yeah.
Coming right onto the cliffs of yore now. We just saw Maya struggle just a little bit getting over that final cliffhanger, so we might see Milo take into account if he was watching that and change his strategies just a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him try to go for the lache, but I think most definitely he's just going to be going for that cliffhanger. Oh no, he is going for the lache. And he makes it very, very nicely done from Milo. I should not have doubted my gut instinct.
All right, on to
the Ring Master. Now, this is definitely a really cool obstacle. A little simple for our younger age groups, but definitely later in the day, it's going to be a little tough.
Even with the special deliveries, while you're swinging from them, they are a unique shape, especially the second one. We saw Oliver kind of struggle with that catch because it's a weird angle.
Oh, barely makes it, but he does make it onto the TFT. I believe this is now our furthest run.
I think you're right.
As I said earlier, he is 100% looking for that full clear right now. And he's definitely on track to get it.
Looks like he's resetting, got that swing a little off to the side. Let's reset to the start. That's nice and smart.
The great thing about challenge course formats is that you can reset to the start platform anytime you need, as long as you don't fall on the ground. So if you know that your swing's just a little bit off, you can reset really easily. Choosing not to go back to the start platform this time, making it to that ring, skipping the cannonballs in its entirety. Very nicely done. Time is just a little bit below half now, so he is going to have to rush just a little bit on these last 3 obstacles. Onto the Neo now. The Neo is actually a little bit of a hard move for our younger ninjas, but I believe Milo, with his Lachey skills, should make quick work of this.
Yeah, there's lots of power for it.
And he makes it. Very nice. Onto Shockwave. I believe Milo does not have to do the harder version of Shockwave.
No, he just needs to get to that mat. So he just has to make, admittedly, fairly far Lachey. But you have those rings, which helps you quite a bit.
Bar to bar, it is 7.5 feet, but as Remy just said, with those rings, it makes it almost about a 6-foot Lachey. Making quick work of that, putting his Lachey skills.
Get that dismount, which he gets very nicely.
All right, still full clear. He's got 1:30 left for the long shot. Might see him shake out his arms a little bit here. Yep, getting some chalk from Coach Derek. Coach Derek, one of our favorite coaches here at Skyhook Ninja Fitness, and going right into the long shot. Now that
he's opting to use just hands, at least for the start. You are allowed to use your legs.
Yep, might see him put his legs up here just a little bit, because you see him slowing down. Putting the legs up might make him a little faster. Although I think he's opting for a full arm strategy. Just under a minute left on the clock. He shall have no problem getting to the end of this, I would assume.
Yep.
About 3/4 of the way through. So he's almost there.
Gotta get that dismount to that far orange pad, which he should have.
And hitting the buzzer for the first full clear. I did mention earlier that Milo was looking for that full clear, and it is super cool to see that he got it. That second half of our course is an upper body burner. Getting that time in just under 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Very, very nicely done. Oh, the camera's good.
We're good.
We're vibing.
Now Simon. I believe this is Simon and his brother's first competition, I believe.
Yes, Simon and Silas.
First ninja competition ever.
Yes, coming back to back all the way from Eugene with Coach Sloan on the course with them right there. Super cool to see her out here always. She comes to pretty much all of our competitions. Very nice. Yeah, looking to see big things from Simeon here. Just because it's his first competition. He's probably super excited to be here, super pumped up, and ready to absolutely dominate this course.
Makes that first obstacle super easy. This one also shouldn't be a problem for him.
Yep. Zip tuck. Now, he's a little small on this, so he's going to need to get that ring. Makes it pretty nice. The good thing about our younger tiers is that those rings are pretty close together, so even if they're a little far at some points, it's still relatively decent of a reach. Coming on to lever problem here.
Got those arms out. Always good strategy.
Yep, we see him pushing on that lever to keep it facing that way.
You can see he's leaning his whole body weight into that. All of our competitors have so far been very good about knowing how to put their weight on those bars. Always good to see.
Yep, going right into the spinning bar traverse. Now, since Simeon is a little bit on the shorter side of our competitors, we might see him struggle just a little bit more on this.
Ooh, yeah.
As you see, he can't make the footholds there, but he's still making great work of it, using those arms.
That is quite a stretch. This move also is probably going to be, at least that reach, going to have to kind of... he gets that push.
Very nicely done.
Full wingspan expansion from him, but he makes it.
Making great use of his body, of his motor skills. Coming right in to the split decision. Obviously, taking the cave path. As I said, I don't know who's going to be the first one to make the cliffhanger, because it is the vertical limit cliffhanger is extremely tough. It is only a half an inch. All right, we lost signal. I'm going to be right back.
See if we can get that sorted out. I hear the clear button, so he just cleared that obstacle.
our camera should be coming on in 3 seconds-ish. Hopefully. Let me just reset it over to one order real quick as I reset the camera. Okay, it's still not coming on. Not quite sure why.
You have like a mounted cam?
Yeah, I'm gonna just mute us up real quick as we hopefully fix this issue. Alright, our technical difficulties are all sorted out now. We're going to come right back in. Sorry that we weren't able to stream Simeon's run for you.
Did have a very good run.
Yes.
Just timing out on the TFT. But...
Coming right now into our very own Kellen Bohan. Kellen is on our ninja team here. Very, very cool to see all of our team kids representing Skyhook at our own competition. Just love to see it.
Or Silas?
Oh, maybe Silas.
I think they were back to back. I think something just happened there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it is Silas. I see
Cool.
Sloan. Yeah, coming back
Yep.
up.
All right, Silas is up. Simeon's brother.
And also his first competition, so hopefully it goes just as good as Simeon's did.
Yeah, and hopefully the camera decides it wants to play nice this time.
All right, he is up. Getting that dismount. Just gotta get across here. Everything on the wall is in play for this wave. And looks like he's just gonna go straight to the pad, which he makes onto the second obstacle. And this one shouldn't be much of a problem for him. Just gotta reach up and slide all the way to the blue. Just like that, he's already on to the third obstacle. Oh, so he just kind of fell off a little bit, but he gets his retry. There we go, yep, going nice and slow here. There we go. Right, onto the bars now. It's a bit trickier, but again, you have that lever, which he's using very well. And now, just the beam. Perfect, and he makes it. Great use of that retry. You can see it can really come in handy and save your run if you just make a little mistake on an obstacle that you're totally capable of doing. It's like this also is going to be, yeah, pretty far reach for him. It's like Coach Sloan is advising him to try to reach for that hold first, and he makes that. Very impressive catch there. And makes a dismount as well. Looks like he's also going for inside the spider wall. See if we can see a little bit in there. It's hard to see, but they do have to go over a pad there, so get up pretty high, and then back down all the way under that pad at the end there. And looks like, not sure what's happening. Maybe I think he might have touched the ground in there, and Gavin didn't quite see it. So he's using his retry on that. So yep, gotta use that trapeze. And there we go. Now he's made it. He is out of his retries though. Onto the drawbridge. Again, most difficult part of this room is probably going to be the pulling down. He is pretty small. Got to use those muscles.
And as we've seen from all of our other competitors that are smaller, they have been able to get the drawbridge down, using all of his might right now to get it. Very, very nice coming out from Silas right now, using all of his strength. Just about has it. One more pull, and he should be good.
Looks like it's pretty locked in there. Just gonna reach a little. Looks like it is.
Yep. And his time is about at 2:20 seconds right now. Running just a little bit low, but obviously he's just looking to get through the course right now because it is his first competition, and he's doing a great job of that. He did super, super well on the split decision, using that retry there and being able to get through on his second time. A little bit scared of the drawbridge, I think, but he's ready to go. And he's using his hands. He's got it.
But he's just got to climb up on that black.
Very nice. You saw Gavin's surprise there. He didn't expect anyone to cat on the block and make it. That might be some new tech, actually. And he makes it. Very nicely done. 1 minute 40 seconds on the clock, coming in to the the drawbridge. Sorry, the Cliffs of Yore.
Cliffs of Yore.
Our gimbal is at the sky.
Nice view of the trussing down. There we go. Okay, now we're back. Mostly, yeah. It's a bit of a big reach for Silas. Oh, almost kicks Coach Sloan there. Yeah, getting his legs in the right direction, and does get that reach. Bit of a shorter reach now to the flying squirrel, fortunately. Makes with no problem. Just under a minute left.
Coming into the final part of the Cliffs of Yore, that spinning cliffhanger platform. Oh, just barely makes it. Does he have another true? He does not have another retry left. Very nice run.
Yeah, very great run for your first ever comp. Still does, I believe, have a little time if he wants to keep running through. Oh, okay. Nope, we're back. Oh, there we go. There's Silas. Doesn't quite make that. That is quite a far lache. He was quite close to it. So, all in all, very great run from Silas, especially for your first ever comp. Hopefully had a great experience out there. Now I believe we will be moving to Kellen. Kellen is on team prep. Second to last runner in this this heat of our tier 2s. So it's just him and then Emmy. And then we'll be switching up the course a little bit for our tier 1 competitors.
Exactly. And Kellen and Emmy are both on our Skyhook Ninja team. We're super excited to see them out here right now. I know Kellen specifically is looking for that full clear following a Milo's run from earlier. And I think Emmy definitely also wants that full clear. And I think both of them definitely can get it.
In general, always good to hope for full clear.
Of course. You see Oliver there being the chalk caddy. Oliver was our first runner earlier. Obviously, the stream was a little bit funky right now, but I think we are chilling. Coming on to lever problem right now. He should have watched everyone so far, so he knows not to pull on those levers. Just keep them where they are. See him put his full body weight on them, just like that. Very nicely done from Kellen.
Just gotta get that dismount now, which he makes, no problem.
And coming right over the spinning bar, traverse. I believe this obstacle still has a full clear ratio, just like the ones before it. Obviously, his wingspan's a little bit bigger than his fellow competitors, so he should have no problem getting through it. Very nicely done. Coming on to the split decision, just like everyone else, going through the cave portion of it. Now, the cave portion isn't supposed to be that hard, but it does take a long time. That was the
intention.
Yeah, the intention, the expectation of it. As you can see, he's doing good through it. It's just taking a little bit of time. Reaching for that bar, finding it, and should be able to swing right through. Very nicely done. Coming up to the drawbridge now.
Making pretty good time. He's at 3:40 seconds remaining.
And as Kellen is a little bit bigger than the other ninjas, you see him really utilizing that mass to pull down super, super well.
Yeah, getting a full pull there.
I mean, it pays to have an extra foot on the rest of your competitors.
Yeah, making that swing across, no problem. He did let go of the rope, but as we've seen other competitors still be able to make that dismount.
Yep.
So should hopefully do the same. Yep.
Yep, taking his time there, but able to make it. Coming right over to the cliffs of Yore.
Yeah, little confusion there. Yeah, he does not have to go from the red. Our competitors later on will have to.
Exactly. Our tier 1s will have to go to the red, and that will be right after Emmy. I'm not sure how long course transition will take. Gavin is hopeful it will only take 5 minutes, so
doesn't quite make that catch, unfortunately. Yeah, when those cliffhangers swing away from you, it is easy to peel off.
Definitely.
Gotta really be prepared for them to move, to absorb all that impact, make sure you're really locked on it.
In fact, I actually think the lache is the correct answer here. However, I do believe that one hand on the front and one hand on that back hold would actually be very beneficial, because the back hold is going to come up as you're lacheing, and you can kind of counteract that with the front hold.
Is tricky, though, because you can't see it.
Definitely. We
Kellen's
see Kellen
playing the safer approach here, which does work out.
Coming a
little close there, but he does make it, so all is okay.
Yep. Coming right onto the ringmaster.
Got to get big power on this. He is a bit taller, so he might have to lift his feet up a little bit to avoid hitting the ground there. And on to this move, which is a bit trickier. Got to place those hands.
Oh, just peels off barely. He has a second retry, though.
Yeah.
Alright, on his way back into the ringmaster with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Getting that power.
Yep, he has the swing for it. Just got to grab it, and just like that. All right, now he grabbed a little weirdly on the second special delivery. So he's going to have to readjust his grip, probably going for those inner handles. Oh, he went for the outside again. Interesting. He makes it, but that is an interesting place to grab. Onto the TFT now.
I'd say it really depends. If you have less good precision, then the outside's going to be easier. You just have to be able to grab a little bit stronger because it's slanted. Ooh.
Yep.
Manages to hold.
Right there.
Oh.
Peels off just slightly. Very good run coming up from Kellen. He still has about a minute and a half to play out with the rest of the course. Coming onto the Neo. Just going to go around that pole quite simply. That was a really good run out from Kellen. He's probably just a little disappointed that he didn't get that full clear, but still, amazing run. Coming into Emmy here in just a second. Getting ready for that, final little bit. No, he is going to be going for the shockwave real quick. Now, I believe our tier 1s are actually going to get to utilize the actual shockwave.
I believe, yes. At least it might just be Mature Kids Male.
It might be. I'm not entirely sure. I was out there for the course walkthrough, and I can't remember because my memory sucks. Kellen coming right through the long shot. Should make pretty quick work of this. I mean, you can see, though, those arms are gassed.
Yeah, it's a very long course. He's already been on the course for close to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And, things just like with the drawbridge, right, where you have to do a lot of pull, really tires out your arms.
Mm-hmm. The second half of the course as well is extremely, extremely arm intensive. I mean, there's no real breaks unless you yourself give yourself a break.
Yeah.
You can just see him slowing down there. He's got just a little bit more. He's so close. Come on, Kellen, you got this. It just peels off right at the end. Very nice run from Kellen. And on to our final ninja in this wave, Emmy. Her sister will be running a lot later today, Evelyn. Both of them on our ninja team. But you see Evelyn out there on the course with her right now, probably being her coach. Sydney as well with the chalk caddy. Sydney, I believe, will be running here within the next hour.
Yeah. Sydney's in tier 1 for this wave.
Actually, we'll see here pretty much right after this.
Going through pretty quick on this. Yeah. Off to a great start.
Yeah, our smaller ninjas are really able to utilize their size to their advantage sometimes because, sometimes being tall can actually be a detriment on the courses. And
of course you say that.
Well, of course I say that, me being 6'3". Sometimes being smaller, it can actually make it a little easier.
Yeah. That is true. Some moves are easier. Of course, it's other way around is also true. Mm-hmm. On to the balance now.
Yep, on to the lever problem. We haven't seen anyone fall here, which means they might get a little comfortable using those levers.
Besides, one person did fall, but they had got it on their retry.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't think we've seen anyone fall with the levers yet.
That's true.
And I'm hoping we continue to see that.
On to the spinning bar traverse. Should be no problem. Yeah, looks like she is able to reach that pretty well.
Yep, and able to reach the red holds as well. It's pretty simple. Using her wingspan. For a girl her size, she actually does have a pretty decent wingspan.
Did a great pull off that hold too. Got a lot of good swing off that wall, which is what you want.
Yep, and everyone in our tier here has gone through the cave portion of the split decision. We saw Oliver originally try the cliffhanger, but it was just a little tough, and so the rest of the kids were like, nope, not even going to try with it, and so they just go straight through the cave, which is smart. It does take longer, but I'd rather it take longer than have to use one of your retries, and I think most people would agree.
Yeah, makes that dismount very nice. And onto the drawbridge.
About halfway through the course now with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, making excellent time. Just under 2 minutes used on the course so far, but obviously...
Really good using her whole body to pull that rope down.
Agreed.
She did let go. Oh, looks like she let go of the rope and...
Yep, but so far everyone who's let go of the rope has been able to make it.
Let's see if... Jump.
Yep, and she's
she
able to make
makes
it too.
Perfect.
Although, obviously, as we said earlier, that platform is going to be a lot farther for higher tier ninjas, and you're not going to be able to make it without using the rope. I think she's just going for the lachey straight to the flying squirrel. Nope, she is going for the cliffhanger there. There's a lot of swing.
Going through nice and quick, though.
Yep.
And yep, just matching her hands. Looks like she's playing the safe way. Just got to get that reach to that dismount. Again, those do tip a little bit, which can make it a bit tricky.
I want a Safeway cookie.
There we go. Makes that grab. Adjusting her hand. Smart. And she is using the backside to get that swing.
Coming straight on now to the ringmaster.
Dismount. Great job there.
I believe she's still on a full clear as well, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I don't think she's used a retry yet,
I don't think she has either. So she's 2/3 of the way through the course now. Coming on to the ringmaster, as we said, see her getting a little tired there, taking that small little break. Very smart. Even those like 5-10 second breaks in between, they can make all the difference on an obstacle.
Got to get a lot of power here. She has that swing for, makes that first grab. Looks like she's switching to the inside, makes it a little easier to swing from. Getting that good power. Just got to make this next grab.
Yep, and we saw Kellen grab the outside of the special delivery. I think she's going for the inside.
She makes it first try.
Very, very nicely done.
Emmy's having a great run so far.
Oh, yeah, you can tell she's having a blast.
TFT.
Camera's focusing on Derek. Derek, the star of the show.
Let's see, and she goes for the cliff. Ooh.
Oh.
Get him up. Good reset. Again, you can reset to the platform as much as you need.
I don't think she liked how the cannonball felt. I think she's going to go straight for the ring now from Coach Derek's advice.
Looks like it.
Very nice. But now that second ring is a little high. She's still going for it. I think she can get it.
She definitely can get it. Just got to fix that swing a little bit.
Oh.
Get going the right way.
You see her using that circular pattern with her hips to kind of get her swing going straight again. Needs to reset one more time. She looked back at that last ring again. I think she's going to go back to it one more time. Yep, just like that. Burning a lot of energy right now on the TFT, though. She's starting to get tired. And with the Neo and the Shockwave coming up, peeling out right there. Having to use her retry. 43 seconds left on the clock.
Definitely has enough time to get this. Just got to shake out those arms. And the longer you're on there, the harder it gets. So hopefully, with that break, she'll be able to get through this part a lot more easily on her second try.
Exactly.
Getting that big swing, makes that first reach.
Oh, and the swing's all off kilter again. Very unfortunate. Nice try coming out from Emmy. I believe she has about 20-ish seconds left to do the Neo real quick. Might be able to get onto the Shockwave. We'll see.
Oh, a very great run out of Emmy, making it up to that point with no retries, something very few of our competitors so far have been able to do.
Exactly. But unfortunately, the TFT is just such a killer of an obstacle. It's much harder than our competitors so far have given it credit for.
Looks like, I think that might be time.
Yep.
Very great run out of Emmy. Love to see that.
Exactly.
Great way to end off the last of our Tier 2 competitors. Well, we're just going to change some stuff up. You can see Gavin already starting on that for our Tier 1s.
All right, coming over to our webcam here. Remy, what do you think about that first wave so far?
I think, very good to see. Looks like most of our competitors were able to at least get through the first half, which is always great. Especially some competitors, it was their first competition. They got to complete at least the first half of the course. That's always a great feeling, especially for your first time.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, when our competitors are first going on their stuff, like getting those first obstacles in a competition, it's always such a euphoric feeling. They're having such a blast on the course, and especially with, I believe it was Silas, he got pretty close, or pretty far through the course, and it's very, very cool to see all of our ninjas coming out from Northwest Ninja Park.
It was nice, too. I think we had a good balance, because we did... most of our competitors were able to get fairly far. It wasn't easy to get a full clear. I think we only had one competitor in this heat get a full clear.
One full clear. Milo coming out from Life Force. Very, very cool to see him get that full clear. Coming into our second wave now, I believe we have our Tier 1 males and some of our females as well. I'm expecting a few more full clears. I know the course is going to be just a little bit harder, but I believe we're already ready to come to the next one. Just got to get our timer and graphics switched over here for just a second. But yeah, very, very cool to see from our first wave, and just kind of waiting now on our
Yeah, we do have to
admin.
change, a couple things up, like just switching out those I think one of the biggest changes is going to be the rings on the TFT are going to be swapped out for cannonballs. We've seen pretty much all our competitors use kind of just only the rings, so that obstacle is going to be quite a bit harder for this wave, something these competitors have to keep in mind.
Definitely, yeah. So we saw, as Remy said, a lot of our competitors only using the rings in our last one, skipping the cannonballs completely. That's just not going to be an option this time because they're all going to be cannonballs. It's going to be a little interesting. The cannonballs are kind of a hard hold to hang on to, and especially that late in the course. I mean, it's the 9th obstacle. We'll really see how it goes. I think Gavin's almost done with his changes. Should just be a few more seconds now. But yeah, I believe the TFT is the only obstacle that's getting like a really big change. However, the Shockwave will actually implement its Shockwave namesake now with that falling bar. And then especially later, you'll get to see the flying bar to it, which is going to be super, super cool, super, super hard. I don't actually know how many of our competitors will be able to make the flying bar version of that obstacle.
That'll be very, very fun to see.
Yeah. Because originally it was going to be for a few more age groups, and then last night during testing, we had a moment and we were like, oh, this is just a little too hard, and so we had to come up with something on the fly, and I believe Vita actually made it really well using that bar. Yeah, it was super, super cool to see. And we're gonna be vibing now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're going to switch over to our run order here for just a second. Mayana Gonzalez is up first, followed by our very own Sydney Foote, and then Kate Murdoch. All three of these people, I believe, have done competitions here before, and I believe we're here actually for our triple header back in February. It's going to be super interesting to see the difference between that and what we have now. I believe Mayana is up and ready to go on the course. Should just be a few more seconds now. I know I said that like 2 minutes ago at this point, but I believe we actually are.
It looks like Gavin's getting ready too.
Yeah.
I hear that countdown.
I hear it too.
We're going.
And we're off for our second wave. Now, there's a lot more people in this second wave than there were in the first, so it's going to be a little bit longer. However, I believe it still should be relatively, I'm not going to say easy, because it's definitely not an easy course, but relatively straightforward. Yeah. A lot of the gimmicks are pretty easy so far.
The first half of the course, there's pretty much no changes between the waves. So we'll just see a lot of what we've seen before, what they've got to see from watching their fellow competitors.
Exactly. And almost everyone in this wave has been here watching the other competitors so far, obviously because their walkthrough was the same. So they've gotten all that information from that first wave, and they're ready to use it on to that second part of the course. Mayana flying through right here. Another one from our sister gym down in Eugene, Northwest Ninja Park. Coach Sloan's out there on the course right now. Coming straight through the spinning bar, traverse, making short work of it on to the split decision. Now, I do believe in this wave specifically, we're going to see some of our ninjas probably try the cliffhanger approach.
I think so too.
Yeah, obviously Mayana going through the cave portion of it right now, which is probably the smart play because it is safe.
I did hear Coach Sloan go during the walkthrough. We're going that way. We're going that way.
Did you?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think she's advising, her athletes to do that, which is again probably pretty smart, especially if you haven't worked with vertical limits a lot. They are very finicky.
Yeah, I mean those vertical limits. They're a rounded hole that's technically half an inch, but you only really have about a quarter of that inch surface to actually work with. They're super hard, and then if you have no experience with them at all.
Great speed pulling that down.
Definitely. Yeah, as our competitors start to get a little bit bigger, we're going to see that that rope comes down a lot easier.
Just making that swing.
And I believe the landing platform is scooted back just a little bit farther for these guys. I'm not entirely sure on that. I can't really see the floor right now.
It's good holding on to that rope.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
I think it's...
Yeah, okay.
I think it's
right there.
Still a good idea to use that rope, though, because it is unpredictable if it just drops on its own.
Definitely.
See, this is our first really noticeable change for the waves. They're just starting further back, have one more lâché to do for this obstacle. Then from here, it's the same as what we've seen before. Got lots of power here.
Yeah, she's doing really nice. Just coming through the cliffs of Yor right now, all the way to the second half. Looks like she is going for the lâché here. Just got to be a little careful of that spin.
Yep, definitely has the swing
hits herself on the back, but still able to go.
Makes that catch no problem, and just stick that dismount.
Yep. Straight into the ringmaster. I believe there's no changes for the rings.
Yes.
Yeah, the rings are on there now. The ringmaster actually gets its name. Oh wait, no, they're not on there.
But they do have that second lâché is no longer to another one of those special deliveries. They have a ring on a hook there, I believe.
There we go.
You can see that orange ring.
Big lâché coming out from Mayana.
Just peels off.
Now, luckily...
Got a retry. Looks like she almost forgot it.
Luckily, she does have her retry.
Yeah, that is... Well, it looks easier. The ring looks a bit easier because it's like a bit less tricky than the delivery shape-wise. It's a lot of impact, and it's very easy to peel off those.
Definitely. As
we saw with her. You got to really be prepared to absorb a lot of that impact, especially when you have so much power. Like, she's very good at getting.
Yeah, and it is a magnet ring. Our magnet is kind of just drilled onto the other side of it, so you do got to be a little careful of how you grab it. I don't know.
We got it lined up pretty well.
Yeah, I think we have it lined up pretty well. All right, second attempt coming out at this ring.
Swing.
Oh, peels off one more time. Super close from Mayana. Unfortunately, that is the end of her run, but she does have a decent amount of time left in the course, so she should be able to just, kind of go through the rest of the course, get a good feel for it.
Exactly. We'll get to see first athlete to try out with all the cannonballs.
Exactly. And sometimes having the pressure of the course time off, it makes it so much easier and more fun and enjoyable. Yeah. As you can see, absolutely flying through the TFT right now.
No problem for her.
Super cool to see.
And, made that look super easy.
Yep, onto the Neo. I believe they actually have to go to the other Skyhook.
I believe that's just Mature Kid's male.
Is that just your...
Yeah.
Ah.
I think she is failed out, so she could try it if she wants.
She could try
She's
it.
going straight for that.
Yep, going straight through onto the Shockwave.
Yeah,
Almost taking a tumble there.
Is changed up. I believe they have further dismount.
Yep, so they have to dismount to the red pad, and they do have that actual Shockwave portion on right now. Our camera seems to really like this pole right now. There we go. You know, sometimes those autofocus cameras decide to focus on the randomest of things. Yep, going to the Shockwave. Ooh, barely misses the Lachey, unfortunately. Yeah. So that black bar that she was Lacheying to, it does slam down as soon as you land on it. Hence the name, Shockwave.
On to the last obstacle. Cruising through it, at least on the first part.
Doesn't look gassed at all. Just has so much time. Well, not so much time. The timer is going off. I believe she has like 5 seconds left.
But a great pace through that.
Yeah, there's the final timer. Just finishing out right there.
She does make it. Fastest we've seen anyone get through that part.
I would agree with that. Very nicely done. Whew. Yawning out here. Sydney Foote is up next. Yeah. Our very own Sydney Foote. You see Emmy right there, posing for the camera, saying hi.
One of Skyhook's finest.
Yes. We are very excited to see Sydney run. I know she's looking for that full clear. Definitely looking to get probably the top spot on this course. If anyone can do it, definitely it's going to be her. Emmy and Evelyn are on the course with her right now. I believe Evelyn is going to be her chalk caddy again, just like she was for her sister. Nope, Derek's a chalk caddy. Look at him there. Look at him go there. Those luscious flowing locks. Sydney making quick work of the zip talk right onto the lever problem. Taking her time here, which is very smart, because as I was mentioning earlier, I think we're going to see some issues on this obstacle once people start trying to go super fast through it. Coming to the actual lever portion pretty easily, putting all that weight onto the levers as we've been seeing. That's a smart thing to do. Straight into the spinning bar traverse, you know, just coming right across. Super easy. Not much to really say about this obstacle. Extremely straightforward.
I believe that pad is a tiny bit further.
Yes, it was scooted back like, I don't know, 6 inches. Not that much.
So that dismount is a bit harder.
Coming right into the cave portion of the split decision.
You can see she's already kind of on the other side.
Yeah, actually going through it very quickly. Yep, and there she is. She's emerged.
It's been about just over a minute already on the 6th obstacle.
Exactly. And Sydney, I believe, is one of our smaller people in this division. So you can see her kind of struggling to pull that rope down, but making very, very nice movements, just kind of pulling really quickly, getting it down onto the drawbridge, not letting that rope go, just kind of lowering herself down, and she should be able to jump right about here. Yep, just like that. Very nicely done.
Textbook execution of that obstacle right there.
Definitely. And then the Cliffs of Yore. Sydney has extremely good grip strength, so we're probably going to see her go for that Lachey off of the Flying Squirrel.
She has very good Lachey's, very good grip, so we'll see. It looks like, she's playing it safe.
She is going for the other cliffhanger. Yep, as Remy just mentioned, playing it safe sometimes is really good to do, especially saving that grip strength for the final half, or not final half, the final bit of this course. You got the Ringmaster, the TFT, the Neo, Shockwave, and Long Shot all in a row here. Absolute gauntlet of hand destruction.
Yeah. All right. She's getting swing.
We saw Mayana not be able to make it to that ring. Oh, and just as Mayana did, we see Sydney just barely peel off that ring. I don't know. Maybe that ring is a little bit tougher than it looks. You know, Sydney's going to get just a little bit more swing on this one now to kind of make up for that. Going to really try to look for that 90-degree angle on her arms to just, you know, absorb all of that impact. I mean, that was her first retry, though, and it was on the one that Mayana already failed. So, you know, it's probably a good place to use that retry. Yep, getting that extra swing right there and should be able to make... Yep.
Makes that catch. There we go.
Very nicely. Right onto the pad, coming up to the TFT. You can see your arms starting to get a little tired, though.
There we go. Just two. Yeah, she has the ring. And that dismount.
Very nicely done.
On to the Neo. This is a bit of a tricky one. Gotta get a bit of an angle on that swing and pull through. But looks like she'll make it no problem.
Did he count it?
Looks like it.
I think he did count it. All right. So that's the third competitor now that we've seen not actually use the bar for the Neo, but just opting to swing straight to the black pad. It did pay off in this case, but I can't say how much longer it will pay off for other ninjas.
When we do switch, at least, I believe Mature Kids Male, they don't have that as their finish platform.
Exactly.
So they don't have that as an option.
Yeah, making really good work of that bar. Going straight to the shockwave now. As we mentioned earlier, that bar does come down. Just like that.
Go.
Absorbing that shock super well. Landing on the red pad. Perfect dismount onto the long shot. Only having to use a single retry so far. So technically on a full clear with a minute 40 left on the clock.
And super good pace on here.
Exactly. Sydney should have no
that
problem.
Up all the way to the finish.
Yep. We're looking about at a 120 finish right now. Super, super well coming out from Sydney right now. Gonna be definitely tough to beat at the very end. Nice.
And there we go. That's our second full clear of the day. Great run out of Sydney.
Yeah, you always love to see those full clear runs, especially from one of our Skyhook kids. Coming out next, though, is going to be Kate Murdoch, I believe.
Ninja Park, I believe.
Yes, Ninja Park, as far as I'm aware, at least. Yep. We'll see Coach Sloan back on the course again. Now, I believe Kate was here for our February comp. I could be wrong.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't quite remember how well she did, but I'm pretty sure she did pretty decent.
I think Kate's a pretty regular competitor. Seen her a lot. She generally does quite well. Hopefully we'll keep that up today.
Definitely.
Lots of power on that swing.
I was about to say, almost too much power. You saw her have to double back onto the zip talk real quick. Coming onto the lever problem, pretty simple. As I mentioned with Sydney's run, so far we haven't seen anyone go too fast on this obstacle. I doubt Kate's going to be any different just because, going fast is the easiest way to kind of mess up on that. Because if you just pull on that lever too hard, it'll come back.
Yeah, that obstacle isn't, particularly, it's tricky, especially if you don't do balance, but it's the hard part about it is just if you underestimate it, which fortunately our competitors have not been doing. They've all been doing a great job.
Yep, no one has underestimated the lever problem yet. No one's underestimated the split decision either. They've all been going through the caves, minus Oliver, who tried the cliffhanger portion just once, and then immediately switched over to the caves. The vertical limit might be a little more challenging than we originally thought it was.
Also, Kate also made it to this point at about only a minute, so still on a very good pace, about on pace with Sydney.
Yeah.
Yep.
Having to go back.
It's all right. And you can reset as many times. Always better to reset than to fall.
Definitely. We're going to see the exact same thing Sydney did, just getting halfway through there and jumping. Very beautiful. Textbook completion there, coming right on to the Cliffs of Yore.
Makes that first sachet very easily. Yep. Same with getting through this part. We'll see if she decides to go for the skip or for going to the sides. She has a lot of swing. Looks like she'll probably go for the skip.
I did kick that. It might make it a little harder, but nope.
Makes it very nice.
Not a problem for Kate.
Very clean through that. On to the Ringmaster. We'll see, getting a lot of extra chalk here. Probably a good idea with how difficult that last catch seems to be.
Making that swing beautiful. And then onto the ring. Now, we've seen both Sydney and Mayana peel off of this ring on their first tries now. Let's see if Kate can break that streak.
And a catch. Great job from Kate. Makes that dismount nice and easy, and she's on to the TFT. Getting through this very quick as well.
And I believe she still has not used a single retry.
I think you are correct.
I don't actually think the retries come down to scoring.
No, it'd just be they could make your run slower, which does come into scoring.
True.
But
yep, coming here for the Neo. Looks like she's doing the same thing Sydney was doing and just skipping the bar in its entirety.
Well, no,
oh no, she does hit the bar.
And I think that's the cleanest landing we've seen today on her feet.
Agreed.
Totally solid.
Yep, right up to the shockwave now, just going to go to that bar.
Second to last obstacle with over 2 minutes remaining, making very good time.
Exactly.
she catches that straight grip, which is pretty impressive. That
Yes.
bar does spin a little bit.
It is just a free-floating bar. Like, it's nothing special there. As you can see, it is kind of moving just a little bit,
Yeah.
but she should be able to... Oh, the bar came with her.
But she makes that catch, which is the important part, and she makes that dismount.
Yeah.
2 minutes left and just one obstacle.
Yep, on to the long shot now. She's definitely going for Sydney's time, and I believe she is going to conquer it right here. 2 extremely impressive runs back to back. I mean,
insane speed out of Kate.
the precedent to beat here is absolutely crazy.
Very good run out of Kate. Let's see. Actually, we might be able to pull up results.
Yeah, absolutely amazing run coming up from Kate. Transitioning over to our run order just real quick. Obviously, Kate just went. Charlie Vartanian is coming up right now with Jude Passic on deck. And then our very own Maxwell, also on our ninja team, followed by Brooklyn Davis, who is also on our ninja team. Very cool lineup coming up here within our next 5 ninjas. Coming back over to Charlie and just kind of waiting for Gavin to give the all clear. 5 minutes 30 on the clock. Sloan looks like she's happy. And here we go.
Getting through nice and quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't believe this is Charlie's first competition. I believe, if I was told correctly, this is one of her first. I might be third competition. Not entirely sure on that, but
I'm not sure on that either.
Always super cool to see our ninjas just getting through, no matter if they have 20 competitions of experience or it's their first competition.
And if it is one of her, first few competitions, I can't really tell. She looks very confident on the obstacles.
Exactly.
Which is great to see.
No. So actually, that was excuse me. That was the first time we saw someone kind of lean to the side a little bit on the lever problem. Now, if she was a little bit bigger, the bar might have actually tilted over, which is a little concerning. Ooh. Oh, barely misses the spinning bar traverse. That's totally fine. Just going to use her first retry there to keep going.
That's always good with the retries, because with Ninja, it is easy, just to make a little mistake. But the retry does help, you do as best as you can.
Yep, just got to jump a little bit farther there, making extremely short work of that second retry, coming through the cave portion of the split decision, as all of our ninjas have done so far.
Yep. We might see, I know, in the walkthrough I did hear some people talking about it, so hopefully we'll see someone at least attempt it.
Exactly, about the cliffhanger. I would expect to see Jameson and Nikita, who are both in this wave, actually coming up somewhat soon, both attempt it.
Yeah.
Nikita specifically, and I think Jameson probably will give it an attempt, and then depending on how that goes, he might use his retry to do the cave version.
Using the whole body to pull that rope down. Good. Try to,
Very good form.
Yeah. Save your arms as much as you can, always a good idea.
Exactly. Anywhere where you can use your legs on this course, you're going to want to use them.
There we go. Oh, having to reset a little bit, that's okay. Might be grabbing a little high up on the rope, makes it a bit harder to not get pulled back, but she's getting over very nicely.
No, and sometimes it even makes it easier for some people.
Yeah. Alright, on to the cliffs of your getting a little chalk right now. Make sure our hands are totally ready to go for this one.
I mean, so far we've seen quite a few competitors go almost completely without chalk. So it's good to see that some of our competitors, at least, are actually using chalk because, sure, those 5 seconds to chalk up might cost you in the long run, but, it doesn't matter if you fail the obstacle, right?
Yeah. Always a good idea to, obviously too much chalk can be a detriment, but with especially longer obstacles, a lot in your hands, with things like cliffhangers, you really don't want to be slipping around. This one we've seen seems to be one of the more difficult ones. See how she does. We did just see Kate make that catch first try, so hopefully we can see some more competitors be able to do that.
Definitely. We've seen, at least our other competitors, they know now that ring is a little harder than it might look. So Charlie's definitely going to give it the respect it deserves. Probably going to overshoot the lache just so she'll have some more bent arms on the ring. As you can see, getting a lot of power on her lache right now. And, it just barely peels off. She had the perfect amount of a swing. Just got to bend those arms a little bit more. Using her retry here. I believe this is her second retry. And we'll be able to see if she can make it through. I totally believe in her. She definitely has this.
She definitely has a swing for it. Just gotta, be really prepared. Hopefully now that she's kind of felt it out, she's felt how it moves, she'll be, know a bit more how she wants to grab that ring. Getting lots of power here.
Making the reverse lache super effortlessly. And I think Coach Sloan's telling her to get just a little bit more swing on this one.
Yeah.
She has it.
Yeah. And...
it just peels off one more time. Super nice run coming out from Charlie. Yeah. That is the end of the point segment, but obviously she'll still get to do the rest of the obstacles. I believe she had about a minute and 20 left on the clock.
Or 2 minutes? Is it 5? I think it's 5.
It's 5 minutes 30 seconds. So maybe you're right. Maybe she does have.
Definitely enough time. She just has 3 obstacles, and this one's Neo's a relatively short one too.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a good mix of long and short obstacles on the course this time. I mean, this is actually one of my favorite courses we've made. It seems very traditionally ninja. Not too many big gimmick obstacles, but it is really cool. Onto the shockwave now. We saw her struggle a little bit with the laches earlier on the cliffs, not the cliffs of Yore, the ringmaster, but opting to just skip it all the way onto the long shot.
This one she definitely can do.
100%. Just gonna shimmy all the way up the bar.
It's gonna be pretty tiring. She already has a good rhythm going, using that swing as much as you can. Help save those arms. She's doing really good at not stopping.
There's the buzzer. Time. Super nice run from Charlie. You know she's going to be happy with that. And coming right over to Jude Passic.
Jude is coming out of Sumner Ninja.
Oh, Sumner, really? I believe we didn't have. Did we have any Sumner kids for February?
I believe Jude was here as well.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you're right. My brain is not braining. I'm a little tired.
Sleep deprived.
Alright, yep. Jude's off. Maxwell is on deck. Should be making pretty short work of these first 2 obstacles. Haven't seen anyone really struggle with them so far. Landing might be a little bit rough, but that's also just because the pads are a little squishy, right?
I believe Jude's brother Theo is also running in this wave up a bit later.
Yes. I believe Theo is towards the end of this wave, but nonetheless, we will see him. On to the lever problem.
Oh, interesting. We've
opting to spin around the bar. Interesting strategy.
Cool to see. It is interesting to see how ninjas choose to attack it.
Definitely. Only problem with that is that if you spin a little too far, you might accidentally fall over the levers. Really cool to see him go through it, though. I'm not sure if that was faster or not.
It was fun to watch.
It was extremely fun to watch.
And it worked for him, so.
Definitely.
Cool that he did it. Yeah. See, it's a bit of a big reach to that volume for him, but he is able to do that. Yep, gotta get a bit of a pull and jump there. Makes it no problem, and looks like also opting for in the spider wall.
Yeah, every single ninja so far has done the cave route for the split decision. We were expecting to see a few people do the cliffhanger version that are coming up here pretty quickly, actually, in this wave. And it's going to be really cool to see if any of them can get it. Very nice from Jude. On to the drawbridge. As we get into the second half of this course, pretty much right after the drawbridge, everything is upper body after this, and it really just becomes a pump in your arms, and it sucks.
So yeah, a bit on the smaller side, you can see him struggling with that. There we go, kind of leaning into it more helps.
Trying to use his legs to pull it out just a little bit more. There we go. Seeing him employing that squat technique.
Yeah. Does work quite a lot better, especially if you're on the smaller side, than trying to just move only your arms for it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's pretty much got it.
Yep, that's about as low as it'll go. And now he's got to swing over.
Yep. Ooh. Looks like he was, going straight for that. Gavin reminding him he can use that black box.
Taking a few extra swings here. That's totally fine.
There we go. Yep, he's managing to hold on to that rope, letting go. And
Very
perfect
nice.
landing there.
He let go a little early on that rope, but was still able to recover onto the cliffs of Yor now. That Lachey might be a little big for him, but I totally think he can get it.
He can get it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. Look at that power on the swings. Almost had too much power there. Very nice to see. I think is he just going for the other Lachey? No, he is going for that other cliffhanger. With that amount of power we saw in his first Lachey, I wouldn't be surprised if he just tries to go straight for it. Nope, going for the other cliffhanger.
Yeah. Which is all good. Even if you have really good power, the hard part about this Lachey, I'd say, isn't the distance, it's the catch. So, always good to play it safe if you're feeling a little unconfident with it.
Definitely.
On to the Ringmaster. Let's see. He is a bit on the shorter side, so these Lacheys might be a little bit harder, but he definitely has no issue with generating power, as we can see right now.
Very
Goes
nice.
for the outside ones. There we go.
Oh,
Not quite.
that ring is so much harder than we've given it credit for, I guess. I don't know if it's just slippery or farther than it looks, but
I think on that one he just didn't have quite enough power.
yeah. He just needs to get a little more power on that. But so far, everyone except for Kate has peeled off of that ring so far, which is extremely interesting to see because that was not something I was expecting coming into comp day today.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're in this wave and you're actively watching, just be very careful of that ring because it is a killer.
Let's see. Maybe take a couple extra swings this time.
Barely
That's
doesn't
not
make it
quite.
again. I believe actually that time he was trying to Lachey straight to the pad, which is a valid strategy. Just barely wasn't able to get enough swing. Trying to go for the TFT here. I believe he has just over a minute and a half left.
Yeah. Getting through no problem.
Very nicely done.
On to the Neo.
Yep, I think he's going to opt for actually using the bar. He touched the bar. I guess he technically used it, right? But I mean, he made it. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, since we weren't able to complete the Ringmaster, there's no points being awarded for these other obstacles, but it is still really cool to see our ninjas do them anyway. On to the Shockwave now. Let's see if he can make it to this bar. And he can.
Yep, makes that catch.
All right, now as a reminder, that black bar does drop, hence the name Shockwave. So we'll see how he handles it. Oh, just barely misses it. Really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, on to the long shot.
Getting a little chalk up before and going right into it. Nice pace, getting that good speed.
Yeah, you can hear the timer going off in the background. He might make it right before the timer.
I think he can make it.
Oh, just peels out. Very nicely done from Jude. On to our very own Maxwell now. Now, I know Max was getting a little scared of the course just a little bit before, but I totally believe in him that he can do amazing, getting as much as he possibly can. And it's going to be super, super cool to watch him go.
Yeah. He is a bit on the smaller side.
Yep, and his sister Aubrey being his chalk caddy on the course. Always super cool to see those siblings together, supporting each other. And I think we're going to see Max going super, super quickly through these first few obstacles. Actually, probably some of the fastest we've seen our competitors go. Because, that small size makes him really quick and nimble down there. And you'll see him just be able to take that one swing back on the zip top, grabbing that other ring and going straight through super, super quickly.
On to a lever problem.
Yep. Slowing down just a little bit for those beams, which is the smart decision to do. Don't want to accidentally fall off. Yep. Still going incredibly fast though, for this obstacle at least. Running straight through onto the spinning bar traverse.
Definitely going for taking a lot of time into consideration. Well, it can just barely reach that volume, but he's got it.
And here we can see a little bit where that height might play a little bit of an issue in, obviously, just because it's a little tall, but he's still able to get through it. opting for the cliff, or for the cave route. No surprises there. Going straight through, making extremely light work of this course. He's used just over a minute of his time so far, with still 4.5 minutes left. Crushing everything right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to see him pop out at the bottom there in just a second.
There he is.
There he is. Look at that.
And gets through.
All right, onto the drawbridge.
Drawbridge.
That rope is, okay, he can reach it.
Yeah, he
nice. And look at that power on his poles. Small but mighty.
Just gotta get it.
Just a few more poles. And I believe that's about it right there. Gonna see him swing through.
There we go.
And he makes it.
Manages to stay holding on to that rope.
Yep, I mean, he probably doesn't even need to use the rope. Very nice.
There we go.
All right, onto the cliffs of Yore. Now, I know he was a little worried about this jump. I think he can make it, though. Perfect.
There we go. Yep, getting huge power on that.
I mean, look at the power on that Lachey. Absolutely enthralling to see. Coming straight over to the flying squirrel portion. We might see him Lachey. We might see him go to the cliffhanger. Not quite sure.
He's looking at that. Yeah.
He was eyeing the cliffhanger there. And this should be a pretty simple dismount for him. Very nice. Onto the ringmaster. Just some more big Lacheys right here for him. As I've mentioned a few times, we've seen that ring be an absolute ninja killer right now. He's definitely looking to get through that.
Yeah.
Should make this first Lachey no problem.
With that power, yeah, he's...
Yeah, opting for the
nice
top. Alright, now for the ring. You know he's been watching everyone else go. You know he's seen how the ring has kind of been a pain. Giving it the respect it deserves.
Ooh, just a little, looks like, yeah, not quite. He had good power, but he was a bit low, so timing might be a little off there, but he definitely can get it.
Taking that small little bit of time to reset, coming straight back into it.
Yep, got that power. Yep, making it through that part very easily, just like before.
I think it was even easier than before.
Yeah.
Alright, he's going to need a little bit more swing here, I think, because he really wants to get up and down onto it. Oh, just peels off just a little bit more. Onto the TFT. The points are locked as they are right now, but I know he really wants to try this thing. There's the first one. Big pull. Ooh, good try.
Just peels off, but that's alright.
Yep, coming onto the Neo.
Getting to those Skyhooks. Then, yeah, gotta get that angle right. See?
Oh, just barely misses that. But that's totally fine. As I said, the points have been locked now, so whatever points he had before is where they are right now, and he's doing super, super well throughout the course. Onto the Shockwave. A little bit of a big Lachey, but I believe in him.
As you can see, he's very good at getting that swing started.
Yeah, I mean, for such a small kid, he's super, super good at getting that huge power on the Lachey. I mean, that first kick is always super impressive to witness. And yeah, now the long shot just kind of going through the end. I believe he still has about 30-ish seconds on the clock, so he should have no problem going all the way through. I mean, look at that monkey grip going, just kind of swinging side to side all the way through. Absolutely
almost
awesome.
There. And let's see. There we go. Gets that dismount, hits that buzzer. Great
Awesome
run
run
out
from
of Max. Very impressive. Great to see.
Yep, and you see Michelle there in the background. Michelle will be running later, actually much later, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, always nice to see our fellow team ninjas supporting each other, even if they are not the ones, or even if it's not their wave.
Yeah. Now we got Brooklyn, also from our team prep program. Looks like we're just waiting for the countdown.
Just waiting for that all clear from Gavin.
And there we go. She is off.
Yep, making quick work of the Monkey Mayhem. That obstacle is really just there for the start. It's supposed to be a super easy obstacle that everyone can get through, you know, just to kind of get them that motivation going, that they completed the first obstacle and that they can do the rest of the course.
Yep.
Right on to lever problem. Shouldn't have any issues here.
There we go. Yep, pushing off those bars. And makes the dismount. Shouldn't have much of an issue on this one as well. Yep, very nice.
Very nicely done on the
Let's
spinning
see.
bar traverse. Oh, she
Whoa,
is
she's gonna try
opting
it.
for the vertical limit option.
Alright, let's see. Hopefully she can be
Yeah.
very cool to see someone get this one.
We haven't seen anyone attempt it since Oliver, the very first competitor of the day.
Let's see. Oh,
Just barely can't hang on. Obviously going to go for the cliff, or the cave version now.
sorry. Always very cool to see her give that a try, though. Yeah, those vertical limits are much harder than they look, and they don't look super easy either.
Oh, yeah, extremely. I mean, it is just that quarter of an inch that you really have to grab. I mean, like, I'd be surprised if anyone really gets it that's not... I don't really know where I'm going with that. I think people will get it. I don't know what I'm saying. Coming right through onto the drawbridge now, you know, pulling down that rope super easily, using that ninja strength.
Not a good pace going with it.
Oh, yeah.
Slowing down a little bit at the top.
And we
Shouldn't
should see her
get
be able
it
to get
heavier.
through pretty quickly.
Yeah, looks like pretty much there. Just going to swing across. Maybe get a little bit further back. Yeah. Just quick readjustment and...
One more.
One more. Definitely got on that one.
Oh!
It's alright. She still has a retry.
I was a little worried that she might have hit her head there, but nope, it looks like she's good. Gonna use that other retry.
Is a bit unfortunate, though. Does have to do all that pulling again, which is going to tire her out a bit more.
Yep. Still has over 3 minutes left on the clock, so definitely not in a bad position right now, but
No, of course.
the rest of this course is just such an upper body burner. I mean, like...
Yep, see her, yep. There we go, got it.
Oh,
Oh, pretty big
coming back
push.
again. She knows she can use her hands on the actual door.
I think she's worried she'll maybe let go of the rope if she tries to reach for the door.
There we go.
Yep. Now she
Alright,
gets
she's
it.
made it through the door. Having to slowly lower herself with that
Definitely
rope.
has it from here. Yep, just gotta
Yep.
hop down. Perfect. Great comeback there. Let's hopefully we'll keep that momentum going on the cliffs of Yore. Getting some good swing. Makes that.
Yep, just like everyone else, probably super simple. Oh, gotta grab that other part of, and my camera,
Hopefully we'll be back
my
up.
camera skedaddled. What happened? Oh, my Hollyland is not having a good time. All right, I'll be right back.
Technical difficulties,
Yeah.
please hold.
Yay me.
Sounds like we might have had a battery die. So we should have extra batteries that hopefully we can swap in and have a easy fix. But from here, getting that buzzer, making it all the way through the long shot. Fortunately, don't have camera quiet yet, but hopefully we're getting that. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's on. Yep. It's Christian. Yeah. It's, visible. Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, I don't know why that died so quickly. Yeah.
Alright, looks like, oh, it just went out.
I'm gonna cry.
The second the door shut. Oh, we're back. We're back. Not sure what happened there, but back on. Hopefully stays like that. We got Monroe coming up, also from Sumner Ninja. Attacking this first obstacle off to quick pace. Makes it through those first two obstacles with no problem. And we're on to the lever problem. Getting through, making it look easy.
Yeah, super easy. Coming right now over to the spinning bar traverse. Our technical issues obviously are annoying, but you got to deal with them. Hopefully, we'll be good for the last 6 runners of this wave, and then we might mess around with a little bit of stuff in between waves to see if we can fix that. Yep, Monroe obviously opting for the cave decision on the split decision part. So far we've seen every ninja do that. Even the ones that we have seen try the cliffhangers have decided that they would...
Yeah.
Yes? I thought someone knocked on the door. Alright, coming... Monroe coming right through here onto the ringmaster. Looking to find the top of that lache. Makes it very simple. All right, now onto the ring. As we've seen so far, that ring has been an absolute killer.
It looks like might need a bit.
And
oh,
makes
wow.
it very nicely done. Barely grabs that with her fingertips.
That was very impressive catch. She didn't have all that much power, but she completely leaned all the way forward like a dive and got that catch. Very cool to see that. Just, oh.
Oh, we got to reset on that
good
start
save
platform.
there. Good save there.
Those cannonballs are a little tricky.
There we go. Yeah, gotta make sure you get the right grip on those.
Yep, almost there. One final ring.
And now she's on the ring. Definitely has
dismount.
it from here. Yeah. Final 3 obstacles. She's getting a little chalk here.
Yeah, coming straight over to the Neo. Really going to be looking for probably using that bar to come around. No, actually, it might look like she's just going straight for the shot. Fell backwards. Going to need to use her reset there. Probably going to rethink that now and probably use the bar. She had enough swing to be able to use that bar. Now that she knows that.
Didn't quite make that reach there.
Exactly. And now that she knows that she can use the bar, we'll probably see her use it.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Didn't even need to use it. Made it the second time, just didn't fall backwards. Coming right through here onto the shockwave with 1:30 left on the clock. No resets left, I believe.
Makes that catch.
All right, now for the actual shockwave. Oh, just barely misses it.
Not quite enough.
Oh, does she have another reset?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. She has one more reset. I was wrong. Oh. And we're going to see her reset on the shockwave. That lache from the floating bar to the actual black one, it's actually a lot bigger of a gap than it might look on stream.
And you are taking off from that kind of free moving bar, which does make it a little bit harder to get good swing off of.
Yep, coming right over here onto the shockwave. Oh, just barely misses again. That is the end of her points run. However, she will get to do the long shot. Super cool run coming out from Monroe. Unfortunately, we weren't able to commentate over the whole thing, but very impressive run. She's going to be happy with that. Getting to the final obstacle in challenge course format is always super, super sick.
Let's see if she can finish it out.
Yep, and I believe Gage is on deck coming out here next. I think we have some change. I believe we need to make the changes to Tier 1 between this. And so I believe we're going to be taking a small little break.
Good way to end up on that break, Monroe. Hitting that buzzer there, making it through the long shot. We might need to get some things sorted out a little bit.
welcome back to our Tier 1 Mature Kids Male, I now believe it is.
Yeah.
We have 6 runners here to finish out this wave.
Alright, looks like camera's working for now. Yep, he does the jump straight to the black box. I was wondering when we'd see someone do that. Alright, this is a change now. Yeah, you can see that. Board spins.
Nikita making short work of the Cliffs of Yore right now. Yep. He spun it back once. He's got to spin it again, and then he should be able to lâcher straight over to the cliffhanger. It's kind of a one spin move. Oh,
this goes from the front.
Interesting. He doesn't even opt to spin it behind. Oh,
well, it looks like a beta. I think he was trying to spin it behind, but he was having a hard time getting it to stay. And then Jameson goes for the skip there too, and makes that dismount.
Super easy coming out from Jameson right now. Coming on to the Ringmaster.
We have another change here. So instead of that ring being in the little hook, it's now right above it with the magnet. So gonna be a bit harder, and saw the ring already was one of the more difficult parts of the course. So
yep, just gotta drop that ring down into the hook. Taking a few extra swings here. Oh, he tried to skip it. Interesting. I don't think that's the move, especially with the pad getting pushed further back now. Yeah, we'll see how he tackles it on this second time.
looks like he has a bit less swing this time, so we might be going for the move.
Yep, he's going to try to grab that ring, put it into the hook. Or actually, he's looking at the pad again. Yeah. Nice try coming out from Jameson. Going to finish out right here on the TFT. Obviously, no more points are being accrued right now, but still a good run.
Getting through it very quick.
That is the appeal of the challenge course, where it is, hence its name, challenging.
For this group, their finish platform has changed, so it's no longer that pad. They have to swing around to a skyhook on the other side.
Mix that bar very nicely, coming down onto the actual shockwave now.
Makes
beautifully.
That. And gets a dismount.
A very, very stylish dismount.
Yeah.
Up onto the long shot, the final little place right here. Taking a long time to look at it. Everyone's looking at something. What are they doing?
Maybe.
What's going on?
Unsure. Maybe we're having. Not quite sure what that was about, but seems like it's all good now. Good speed. Just gotta finish it out. There we go. And he gets that buzzer. Good run from Jameson. And now we're gonna be moving to Nikita.
Yep. Nikita, another one on our ninja team. Same with Jameson. Hopefully, or not hopefully, but I believe Nikita is definitely looking for that full clear here.
Yeah.
Nikita has proven himself time and time again at these competitions to be an extremely formidable opponent. and you just know he's looking for that first place medal right now.
Yep. And it's definitely within his abilities to get. Down to Nikita is our fourth to last runner. For him, we got Theo, Graham, and Dash. Good skip there. Haven't seen someone do that yet. Making quick work of the lever problem.
And absolutely flying through the spinning bar traverse, skipping the first bar in its entirety. Doesn't even try to go for the cliff version of the Cliffs of Yore, or not the Cliffs of Yore, but the draw. Nope, the split decision. I'm all over the place. I'm frazzled.
And yep, also for that skip.
I was expecting someone to end up doing that. It's cool to see that we got that, especially since in our later divisions that black box is going to be completely gone.
Very quick through that part. Matching, and looks like he might be going for that bigger Lachey.
Yeah, he just hit the 1 minute mark, and he's already through the 7th obstacle, which is crazy.
Setting a very tough pace to beat for those athletes running after him. For this move.
Oh, just barely misses the ring. I think our ninjas are going too far forward on that. I think they need to go more up and down onto it instead of trying to just Lachey straight forward.
Yeah. It is pretty close to that ring. You want to have more time to be able to maneuver it. Right, up for his second try. Still has 4 minutes left. Had a very good time.
Oh, he makes the skip.
All right. Goes for the skip.
I am actually kind of surprised about that because that is a huge Lachey, and you have to be super careful to not bonk your head on the red part. Onto the Neo. I believe he's still at a full clear because he's only used a single retry so far, and it was for the Ringmaster.
Yep. Bit of a tricky move. Let's see.
Oh, barely misses it. Final retry.
See if he can get it.
I mean, this obstacle is just a single move, but it's so hard. It's like, kind of makes sense that there was a fail on it. I think he can get it, though. He's just got to really get as big of a swing as possible.
Yeah, as that power, just got to get that swing around.
There he goes.
Ooh, he's managing to hold it.
Okay, he can hold it.
If he can get that Lachey there, which he does.
Very nicely done.
Great job from Nikita. Just 2 obstacles left and plenty of time. Yep, makes that first Lachey very easily. Bar comes with it, but no problem.
He's good. He's good. I'm glad it didn't hit him in the head.
And already on the last obstacle. Just got to finish this out. Yep. Should be no problem.
Just over 2 minutes to the finish.
Almost to the end there. Just got to keep that up a few more feet. And looks like he's got that dismount. And gets that buzzer. Believe that's only our 3rd full clear of the day, or 4th. But first for this course with these new changes. Great. Very great run from Nikita. Full clear time of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. About 2 minutes less than the time limit. Alright, we're down to our final 3 runners of the wave. We have Theo out of Sumner Ninja. Then we have Graham, who I believe is from Life Force, and then Dash from Skyhook.
We saw Theo's brother run earlier, and so now Theo gets his turn on the course. Gonna be going straight through the zip talk. Absolutely no problem coming over to the lever problem now. I still have not yet seen anyone go too fast through this thing, making the levers turn, which has been really, really cool. Because this was something I was worried about when we were building the course, is that someone would go too fast or turn the wrong way, and those levers would shift. But I don't think we've seen the levers turn a single time so far, actually.
Very quickly through the spinning bar traverse. Also opting for the spider wall.
Man, I must say, this split decision isn't much of a split decision. It seems every single person is just going through the cave route.
I think seeing everyone else do it and the people that do try it fail probably makes other people maybe reconsider if they were thinking of doing it. But yeah, also does that. Yeah, skip.
Right into the cliffs of Yore. Theo does have some pretty good grip strength, as we can see, just by how easily that spinned and how easily he hung on.
Did spin back like we saw Jameson get kind of stuck there. But Theo is kind of switching his grip. We'll see. It does kind of want to spin back. It is possible to do it from that front position like we saw Jameson do. Yeah. Looks like he might be going that. Yeah, going to that side.
I mean, as Remy mentioned, he saw Jameson do it that way, and so he's probably looking to do it the exact same way, or at least similarly.
It is unfortunate timing. He seems like once he chooses to go one way, it starts spinning the other. Hard to control this board. And it's got to be burning out his grip.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of so much harder than we give it credit for.
And there we go.
And he makes it.
To the
big Lachey.
And then makes this one. Get that dismount. There we go.
Super simple. Alright, on to the Ringmaster now.
We'll see if he goes for the skip or for the move. Ooh.
So far, I don't think we've seen anyone get the ring drop down into the hook. Yeah. So hopefully we're going to see either now Theo try to jump for that big platform, or, I don't know, maybe go a little higher up so we can come down easier onto it. Not quite sure which one he's going to opt for. It's going to be interesting to see either or.
It's very close on that move on his last attempt. Just got to get the ring forward a bit more to get in the hook.
And you see him eyeing it up. And he makes it that time. Oh, and he doesn't. Oh, super unfortunate. He did the correct thing as well, taking extra time in the air.
He got the positioning right, just couldn't get the hold on.
Yeah, you hate to see it sometimes.
So very good performance on the course. See him cruising through the TFT onto the Neo. Yep, and he's also going the more static way, going into that catch and then a separate Lachey.
And he makes it super, super clean. We saw Nikita do the exact same thing, where he actually paused on the vertical bar to get his own swing going, and it looks like Theo took the exact same strategy from him and implemented it in his own way, which is really cool to see. Yeah, just coming straight in to the shockwave now. You know, he did unfortunately use both of his retries, and so he's just going to keep going through everything onto the long shot. Super simple, just all the way up and down, and that'll be a pretty good clear from Theo.
Very good speed too on that last part. Way to finish it out strong and hit that buzzer.
Very, very nice. Alright, we have 2 more runners, and then this wave will be over. We have Graham Royal and our very own dash more.
Pausing real quick. Let's see if we can get. No, updated. And back in
running all the way over to the start with just a little out of tune, unfortunately, but we got it there in the end.
And here's Graham on the second obstacle. Should cruise through, no problem with that. And cruising through there as well.
Yep, going all the way through split decision, going super fast that our camera can't even keep up, it seems. That's totally fair, though.
Coming out the bottom there. All right. Just got to get up there. Let's see. Looks like he's also going to go just for that skip.
Yep. I mean, you saw what Nikita did. It was fast. Might as well do the exact same thing, especially with that black box right there. The actual
the
drawbridge is pretty stable.
I am surprised some competitors didn't try that earlier. I thought it'd be pretty quick.
Because that jump isn't actually that bad. And just flying through the cliffs of Yor right now.
Yep, also going for that bigger lâché. Just got to get that dismount, no problem. And on to the Ringmaster, one of the trickier obstacles, so we'll see how he does on this one. Chalking up before, making sure he's all rested. First move should be no problem for Graham.
Oh!
Never mind. I jinxed him, I'm sorry.
How dare you, Remy? How could you do this?
I should not say that. That's alright. He has his retry. It is unfortunate that he doesn't get to try that move once first, because that's probably the part you really want it.
Exactly.
But, again, just a reminder, you don't underestimate any part of the course.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, sometimes the course can just, throw a punch at you at the randomest moment.
So it looks like, he's going for that move. Just got to get...
Taking his time.
Timing. And
unfortunate.
Looks like he just, missed it. But
he did the correct thing as well. Took that extra time in the air, but just he did not line it up how he wanted to, and just overall missed, unfortunately. Still a great run coming out from Graham. Obviously being able to finish out the course, do the TFT, the Neo, Shockwave, all of those things.
He was at very good time as well. Should have all the time he needs to try out these last 3 obstacles.
Yeah, definitely going to see him go all the way around. Might be able to get the move in one. Oh,
not quite.
Ouch. Now, in a real, if he hadn't already failed out before this, that probably would have been a fail right there, as Gavin was going to say that he's a little strict on touching that pole right there. But he was able to survive and get back. Very nice from Graham, even if the run itself is technically over. Onto the Shockwave now. Simple. We've seen so many of our competitors take that bar with them, surprisingly. I'm not quite sure where that is stemming from.
Just easy to take it off with how it moves.
I guess. But he was able to make it through pretty easy. Now on to the long shot. The final obstacle probably has about, I don't know, minute and a half, 2 minutes left.
Should be plenty of time for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, super simple. All the way up, all the way down, and he should be dropping down here in just a second to hit that buzzer. 3, 2, 1, and time.
There we go.
Awesome run coming out from Graham. I'm sure he's a little disappointed with how the Ringmaster went, but overall super solid on that first half of the course. And then even after the Ringmaster, I mean, he had some great moments on the Shockwave and the long shot and all those.
Exactly.
Super cool. Finishing it out here with our very own Dash Moore. Dash has been in our Ninja team for a bit now, and it's going to hopefully destroy the course. Yeah, no, not much else to say other than that. He's going to be good. Oh. Oh, he used the wrong bar. Oh, no, that's not good. Using his first retry right over there. Oh my god.
Wasn't it close there, but he makes it. Keeping everyone on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, me specifically. Making quick work of the zip tuck onto the spinning bar traverse, onto the lever problem. Being a little trivial with his movements here, but makes it through nonetheless. Now onto the spinning bar traverse. Might see him. Nope. I was gonna say you might see him employ Nikita's strategy of jumping, but he's gonna take it safe, which is smart. After using one of your retries super early on, you don't want to have to use that second retry for something dumb. You're gonna want to save it for something like the Ringmaster, where we've seen a lot of our ninjas fail out so far.
Yeah.
See him come right under just about now. There he is. Very well done.
Onto the drawbridge. He'll probably go for that. Oh no, he's going for the full one.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take that jump again, as I do actually think the jump is probably easier.
Probably a bit less fun though. Maybe that's what he's going for.
I mean, yeah, maybe. After all, this is just a fun sport. He does let go of the rope, but it didn't matter, it seems. All the way around the cliffs of Yore. Now, we've seen all of our ninjas so far kind of get tripped up on this spinning one. The intention behind it was that you spin and immediately go, kind of like the gotta go. However, all of our ninjas so far have taken quite a few swings on it.
Except Nikita.
Yeah, except Nikita, who I believe did it exactly as intended.
And that does make it quite a lot easier. You see here, it's very easy to kind of get stuck.
Oh!
Looks like he opted to drop and take a retry, have it reset.
Yep, so he's going to want to try and go immediately here. Take some big swings off of the special delivery that's right there. And then as soon as he lands on it, spin it around and just go to that other cliffhanger. See him taking his time, doing the smart thing, just getting himself prepared.
And there we go.
Beautifully executed, exactly how I said it should be done. Yeah, and now he's just going on to the final little bit. Beautiful.
Makes that catch and gets that dismount. Now on to the Ringmaster. Unfortunately, doesn't have a retry here, so got to be even more careful with that catch with that ring, or if he goes for the skip.
Yeah, exactly. As you mentioned, he does not have that retry, so the other safety net that our fellow ninjas have had so far, he does not indeed have that.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to make this first try. It looks like he is kind of looking at the ring, so I think he is going for the intended route. Yep.
Yeah. Kind of cutting some of that power. Now getting it back. No.
Oh, and he skipped it. Oh, it
for the
fell
shot.
backwards.
Not
Oh,
quite.
super unfortunate.
Yeah.
Really good try coming out from Dash, though. He knew that he probably couldn't get that ring, as he's seen quite a few other competitors fail it. And so he just was going to take that risk, go to the platform. Smart decision, just unfortunately had just a slight bit too little power. I do think he made the right choice, though. Just unfortunate that it did not conclude well for him.
Yeah, kind of slips down on the Neo there. Onto the Shockwave. that first Lachey.
Yep. And once again, taking the bar with him. Every single competitor so far that has made the Lachey has taken the bar with them, which is super interesting to me.
There's like one or two.
Maybe one or two. It doesn't seem intended, but I guess it works. On to the final long shot right now. Closing out this wave. Pretty solid run coming out from Dash. Just a little less than a minute left on the clock, I think. And yeah,
Definitely enough
pretty
time
solid
to finish it out and get that buzzer.
Yep.
He's about over halfway. Just a little bit more.
Just a second. Perfect.
And there we go.
And he hits the buzzer. Awesome.
Great way
awesome
to
run coming out from
end
Dash.
out that wave.
Correct. All right. I believe we are going to be cutting now and getting ready for our next wave. So, thank you guys for tuning into this one. The stream will stay for just a little bit longer, and then it will end. We will see you guys all in the next wave.